From the author of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F comes another bold, uncomfortable, and surprisingly insightful book, Everything is Fucked, a book about hope. Despite all our progress, wealth, and technology, most of us feel anxious, disconnected, and hopeless. Mark Manson explores why and what we can do about it. This isn't a feel-good book. It's a wake-up call. Let's dive into the uncomfortable truth about hope, happiness, and being human. 1. The paradox of progress. We live in the most advanced and comfortable time in human history, yet depression, anxiety, and stress are rising. Why? Because emotional well-being isn't just about comfort or success, it's about meaning. Mark Manson argues that progress has made life easier, but not more meaningful, and that's why many of us feel like something's missing. 2. Pain is not the enemy. Our culture constantly tells us to avoid pain, but pain is part of life, and trying to escape it only makes things worse. In fact, Mark says, true emotional health is not about avoiding pain, it's about building the ability to endure it. We need struggle. We need something worth fighting for. That's how we grow, and that's how we find hope. 3. The two minds, thinking brain versus feeling brain. Manson explains that we all have two brains. The thinking brain, logical, slow, rational. The feeling brain, emotional, impulsive, powerful. Most of the time, it's the feeling brain that drives us, not the thinking brain. The problem? We try to live our lives as if logic is in control. Understanding this disconnect is the first step toward real self-awareness and change. 4. Why hope hurts. Hope sounds positive, but Manson says hope can be dangerous. Why? Because hope is built on the idea that something is broken and needs to be fixed. When you live in constant hope for a better future, you often reject the present. His advice? Stop obsessing over fixing everything. Accept life as it is. Then choose values that make struggle worthwhile. 5. Why we worship, even without religion. Even in a secular world, humans still worship celebrities, success, politics, ideologies. We all need a belief system to make sense of the world. But blind belief can lead to tribalism, hate, and destruction. The challenge is to believe in something meaningful without losing your critical thinking. 6. Freedom versus responsibility. We think freedom means doing whatever we want, but real freedom comes from responsibility. Mark argues the more you avoid responsibility, the less freedom you have. Taking responsibility for your values, your choices, and your emotions, that's true maturity. That's real power. Embrace the uncomfortable truth. Mark ends the book by reminding us that life will always be uncertain, painful, and full of contradictions. But that's okay. Instead of running from that truth, accept it. When you stop chasing happiness and start living with purpose, that's when life becomes meaningful. It's not about feeling good all the time. It's about choosing what's worth struggling for. So, is everything really fucked? Not exactly. Mark Manson isn't saying the world is doomed. He's saying that our expectations, our illusions, and our obsession with feeling good are the real problem. If you found this summary helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more honest and powerful book breakdowns. And let us know in the comments, what's one thing in your life you're willing to struggle for? Because in the end, the opposite of happiness isn't sadness, it's hopelessness. And hope begins with choosing